Hello everyone, Vanguard of Valor here, and welcome back once again to another episode of FTL. Now it has been quite a long time since we've been playing this game, and there are a couple reasons for that, and I'm going to go over them in a second. But I decided to come back and play through FTL one more time for you guys. We're going to play through the Captain's Edition of the game, and hopefully it'll be a fun adventure for you. Just to quickly go over why I haven't been playing it though. People have been asking me for a while now why there haven't been any more FTL episodes, and there are a few reasons. First amongst them is that I've already played like more than 275 hours of this game, and honestly, after a while, even though it's a great game, it starts to get a little bit samey, especially given that most of the mods that I played were ship mods or didn't change the whole gameplay in a very significant way. It felt like I basically knew what to do no matter what, and there wasn't really anything changing at any point. So it kind of got old for me. Not only that, but I felt that the video content was getting pretty samey as well. It was all pretty much the same style of video every time, and I felt that I wasn't really adding anything else to them at that point. So I felt that I'd rather move on to other things and try something a little bit different, which is why I started trying to do things like the Why Play videos and that kind of content. Not as mentioned, trying other games as well. But yeah, there's that, and there's also the fact that there weren't as many mods that I really had the drive to play. There are lots of cool mods out there, like the Merlin Fighter is a great one, there's the Sunstrike Rock Cruiser, which is really cool, there's Captain's Edition, there's all kinds of cool stuff out there. But there wasn't anything that I really had the drive to play at that point in time, so I kind of stopped. Not to say anything against those mods, they're great things, just that I didn't have the drive to play them anymore. But I figured we'd come back and try again, see if we can have a good time anyway, and try out a new ship. So, what are we going to be playing with? We're going to be playing with, yes, we're going to be playing with a new ship indeed, with specifically the Slug Cruiser Type A, which we failed with on our initial attempt with it. We are going to be playing this ship. We're going to rename it to be the VSS Diplomacy. There we go. Because we are going to be running with the slugs, known liars and fiends. So what are we going to name them? Well, I think we're going to be naming our first one here, Ambassador. I think that sounds like a good name to me. Ambassador, there we go. And our other one, you can be Envoy. Envoy. Diplomat might be good too, but I think we'll go with Envoy this time. Ambassador and Envoy. Hopefully we'll find them some friends and they'll be able to murder people all across the galaxy. But yeah, there's a bunch of interesting things in the mod we're playing with. It doesn't change the backgrounds of things quite so much as the other mods we have, but because it does change a whole bunch of things regards with weapons and ship layouts and all kinds of things like that, I decided to hold off on using any of my other mods, and we're just going to be using this one for this playthrough. So, just Captain's Edition, but that includes all kinds of things. It includes new weapons, new drones, new ship layouts, new ship types for the enemies. It includes battle stations, which don't move, but can fire all kinds of weaponry at you and have tons of crew. It includes new events, all kinds of new text. It includes all kinds of new things, and even a trading system. It's pretty cool. So, we're going to jump right into it and see what goes on. So, here we go. Alright, the data we need is vital for the Federation fleet. We need supplies for the journey, so we need to make sure we explore every sector we can before we move on to the next, and we'll need to get to the exit before the rebels can catch us. We also have a new tip here about drone carriers, telling us that these slow ships will use attack drones as their primary means of attacking, but can't power a lot of conventional weaponry. Interesting. Well, let's power up our engines, let's stick some power out of the medbay into our weaponry, and let's hope we find some non-robot ships to try and destroy. The Ambassador stays at the helm, Envoy, you're going to go down to the engines for now, and we are going to jump. We're in a civilian sector, of course, as it is Sector 1, and we'll have to see what we find out here. Who knows? We find a black market hub. We receive a message from them saying that these are dangerous times. If we have extra military grade explosives, they'll happily pay us for them. This is the station itself. There are, in fact, stations you can fight in this game. That's pretty interesting. The pirate black market. We have a neutral relationship with them, interestingly enough. I'm not sure how that works. We can sell them some missiles, we can ignore them, or we can try and fight them. I have a feeling trying to fight them is not a good idea right now, but you know what? Just for fun, let's power up the weapons and engage the station anyway. This place is rotten to the core, and as much a threat to the Federation as the rebels are, no need to spare it. No, hang on. This place is rotten to the core, and as much a threat to the Federation as the rebels are. No need to spare it. That's more like it. They've got a beam drone, and may have made a mistake here, but that's fine. What could possibly go wrong, right? Look at all that crew. Alright, space station, of course, has lots of crew, even though it can't move, which means it is impossible for them to dodge, interestingly enough. So we don't have to worry about that happening. Hopefully the shields recharge in time to block that attack. We're going to dual laser them in here, take out their weaponry. Good, now they shouldn't be able to break our shields, because I don't think that does. hard to tell. I think it actually hit their drone there. Funny. Anyway, I don't think that's how that works. So we're going to fire another dual laser into the weapons just to make sure they can't hit us anytime soon, and then we're going to try and start bio-beaming out the crew. If we can take a space station intact, I'm sure you can do all kinds of hilarious things. So we're going to try and fry all 3 of those crew members. These guys don't have a med bay either, so it shouldn't be too hard to kill them all. Next up, we're probably going to try and go for the shields after we kill all the weapons crew, but for now, we're just going to stick with this plan. So we're going to dual laser them in the weapons again. Pew pew. Shields go down. Oh, bio-beam isn't ready yet. Herderp. He's dead anyway, so we can kill off some more people this way. Alright, get over here, gentlemen. I'd love to kill off more of you nice and easy. Fire another dual laser shot in there. This time the bio-beam is ready. There we go. And now we can fire through all 3 of those guys. Zip! 2 of them should die. Excellent. Now there are 2 crew hanging out down the shields and the oxygen, but we can't do anything about them yet. So that's fine for now. We'll just try and kill off this guy. I'll save up another bio-beam to kill him with, or at least try and... Hell, here's what we'll do. This is better. We're going to use the dual laser on... here. Fire dual laser. Pew pew. Oh, apparently... Oh, it does crew damage, I think? Envoy took a nasty hit there. And we're also going to bio-beam through here. There we go. That's pretty good. Now, I do need to send Envoy to get some health, because that hurt. I do not want to lose any of my crew right now, thank you very much. Turn off the oxygen temporarily to get some health back. We are going to try and dual laser them in the weapons again to make sure they can't do that again. Thank you very much. He should die soon. His health must be getting pretty low. Another bio-beam should take out these guys as well. We'll send Envoy back down to the med bay. Perfect. Now our bio-beam is ready for another shot. We're going to dual laser them in the weapons again, and when the shield goes down, perfect, we try and fry the crew again. These guys die? Both of them die. Excellent. The only guy left alive is the one in the weapons who's been getting constantly shot by lasers. It's a hard life, isn't it? We'll fire another laser at him since we have plenty of hull to spare on this ship. Is he going to die yet? No, not yet. Apparently the dual lasers don't do much crew damage. We knew that already. Also, we forgot to turn our oxygen back on, so we'll do that now before we suffocate to death like fools. And dual laser the guy in the weapons again. Now this time he will die because we can bio-beam him, which will kill him. Boop. The crew of the station is dead, and on board we discover a substantial fuel supply. We also take all the scrap we can manage. 5 fuel and 19 scrap. Given that this was offering to give us 45 scrap for 15 missiles, you'd think they'd either have missiles or much more scrap, but I guess it wouldn't be fair this early in the game to give you that. But 5 fuel is pretty significant. Pretty darn significant, so we'll take that and be happy with it. Awesome. So, now where are we going to go? I guess we'll head over this way and see what we can find in that nebula before we have to jump around a little bit more. What do we see here? We find another Slug Interceptor. They say, hello. Our communicator opens, hail from a nearby ship. Our weapons systems are malfunctioning, and we're too afraid of pirates to travel home unassisted. We can't even bear to look at controls. Now, pirates. They asked to be escorted. We agree to help them for a single fuel, and they'll probably pay us more when we get there. We'll find out. There we go. And that means we can jump to the quest beacon pretty safely. So we're going to head over to these beacons, jump over to the quest, and then we can look around a little bit more after that. What do we find here? A forward scout of the rebel fleet. Fantastic. They're powering up their FTL drive, however, and if they get away, they will no doubt inform the fleet of our position. We can't have that now, can we? So we're going to try and kill off the pilot and blow up their gear to make it harder for them to do anything. Now, this missile pod here is a bit nasty. It does something like 2 or 3 hull damage, but only 1 system damage, so it's not quite so dangerous as it looks, but it's still pretty nasty as far as the enemy gear is concerned. Like, this barrage of missiles can seriously hurt people. Ouch! And then there's 3 hull damage, 1 system damage, but there's a lot of crew damage as well. It's a pretty nasty piece of work. So we're going to fire at their weapons next and try and stop that from happening. The one thing we want to watch out for, though, here is we can't be too reckless. Otherwise, they're going to manage to knock their escape mechanism back online and get out of here. We can't have that happen. So, another hit in the engines, you jerks. That really hurts. Alright, another dual laser shot a little bit early to knock out the FTL drive. Another one in the weapons. Hopefully we can get you to the medbay before you get murdered with another pinpoint shot to the engines. Seriously, you guys have too good aim. It's not fair. Don't you hit me in the engines. You're going to hit me in the helm this time, aren't you? No, you missed. Good. And we hit you, so we're going to try and kill off 2 of your crew. Excellent. 2 of your crew are now dead. You're going to try and go fix the weapons, which is a big mistake, because now you can't get out of here. You are going to manage to hit us with another shot, though, so I'm going to try and get Envoy over to the medbay before he dies a horrible death. There we go. Get him healed up. Fire another dual laser shot in the weapons. Hopefully damage that guy, knock out the missiles. Perfect. That was exactly what I wanted. We knocked the missile system offline before they could get it repaired, which means they are not going to be able to survive this fight. Another dual laser shot followed by a biobeam should kill this guy outright. Like so. Done. Ship goes silent, and we're relieved to know that we are 1 step ahead of the fleet. 2 fuel, 2 missiles, and 13 scrap are now also in our possession. Turn the oxygen back on, thank you very much, and we will send Envoy back down to the engines. Yeesh. Okay, 42 scrap is pretty good, but not enough to buy anything important yet, so we're going to keep jumping, and then we'll go from there. What do we see here? Who knows? Who knows? An advanced rebel automated ship remains stationed near a small rebel space station here, indicating our sensors indicate it's a storage vessel for military goods. Well, we want that storage cache, so let's get in there. Missiles and cloaks. Ooh, this could be nasty. Could very much be nasty. Breach missile it is, dual laser Mark 1. Oh, hiccups are terrible things, and I hate them. Alright. They're gonna fire an alpha strike at us, most likely, as soon as that cloak goes down. Yeah, please miss! Yeah, at least the big missile missed. That's all that really matters. Now we're gonna try and breach them in the weapons, because that way we won't be able to immediately fire off another salvo if we actually manage to break anything. There we go, we broke the little missile. Please dodge the big missiles again. Nope, not such luck this time. We are taking some serious damage already, jeez. And we missed both of our shots. Not great. Fire another breach missile in there just to make sure that thing goes down. Please hit. You missed again. Goodness, your aim is terrible. We're gonna get another salvo from those big missiles again, too. Ugh. Our luck is not on our side this time with dodging these attacks and breaking them. Come on, though. Get in there. Miss. Yeah. There we go. Break that weapon, please. There we go. Now they can't hurt us. Now we're basically safe. They're going to give us a hard time because we can't hit them, and it's going to be also even trickier because they all have that cloak constantly going off. But for now, I'm not going to worry about it. Just going to dual laser them in the helm, so hopefully they can't dodge, but we missed them because we haven't hit them in the helm yet. Lovely. By the time we get the dual laser back on again, they are going to cloak, so I'm not going to worry about it. There they go. There they go. Next shot, I'm probably going to go for the helm and then the cloak if I can manage 2 shots in a row that don't all miss. And then we'll be able to beat them down from that point because they won't be able to dodge or hide. So we'll do a laser them in the helm. Thank you very much. Pow, pow. Now they can't dodge. Perfect. Another salvo into the cloak is exactly what I'm looking for here. That would be ideal. Let's see if we can actually make this shot work. And yes, awesome. Didn't destroy it completely, so it's still going to cloak, but now they're not cloaked for as long. So that'll be good. Then the cloak in a couple, yeah, right about now. I was going to say a couple seconds, but no. No, it was right then. That's fine, though. They decloak pretty quick because it's already damaged. Now we're going to go for the doesn't matter because they can't dodge, and it takes 2 shots no matter what, since the shields are still up and they only had 2 hull left. 1 more shot will kill them. We don't have to worry about that, just as long as they don't suddenly repair the helm just before it fires, but it looks like we're safe from that front, and the Rebel auto-infiltrator is down. We salvaged 18 scrap from the broken ship, and investigating the station gives us, a storage site for various resources. We get 2 missiles, a drone part, and 10 scrap. Awesome. That does not quite give us enough to buy ourselves an upgraded layer of shields, but very soon we will be able to. Let's jump over here, and we can check out the quest beacon soon. Hopefully they are friendly people. We jump to a completely unremarkable binary star system, with nothing else around. Well, that's lame. Let's jump to this nebula beacon, maybe? Let's jump to the quest beacon. Let's get that over with. What do we see in here? I should really heal up Envoy too, shouldn't I? We escort the ship to the requested beacon, but much to our dismay, we're ambushed by the rebels. We walk right into their trap. Well, that's fine. I'm okay with this. We're going to send you to the medbay, turn on the Valio beam, and get ready to murder some rebels. These guys can actually hurt us still, unfortunately, which is not great because of the way there's... First shot's the most important one, though, so if we can dodge that, we're safe. If this one doesn't hit us, the mini-beam cannot hit us. It hit us. Now the mini-beam does hit us. Ouch. Thankfully it does 1 damage to an unimportant room, so I'm not too worried. We are going to go for focusing down the weapons room, though. They have no medbay, so we can easily kill them with the bio beam, like so. Zip. Awesome. 1 more salvo with the bio beam should kill off both of those guys. Unfortunately, we did miss the weapons room, but now their weapons are slightly out of sync, so we're not too worried about actually getting hit by them anymore. Excellent. So, now we're pretty much home free, I think. They might get lucky with things like that if the timing just links up perfectly, but I think now is the time we kill off their crew. Boop. And now they're useless. Awesome. They can no longer effectively do anything to us because their shield damaging weapon is down and most of their crew is in trouble. Another shot from the dual laser will make sure they can't repair the weapons anytime soon. And then we can bio beam this guy to death in our next salvo. I think it will kill him outright when it hits him, but we'll find out what happens when we fire it. He might have a little bit of extra health from the fact that we weren't firing at all at him prior to this. And he did in fact survive. I think the next dual laser shot will kill him though, even if we don't manage to bio beam him. So we'll just fire at him and find out. We have plenty of time before the bio beam's fully charged anyway. And he does die. Yes, we do. Alright, we find a weapon system on their ship. With no crew to stop us, we can install it on our own. We get 15 scrap and a Pernock beam. I'm not sure how to pronounce that, or what it does. Pernock. Fast ray charging focus beam that can only hit 1 room. The beam... Oh, that's interesting. So it's a very small, 2 damage per room, super short laser. That's kind of cool. 10 seconds isn't bad. The breach chance is kind of cool, because you can't have breaching beams now. So it's a very, very short beam length. Interesting. Might have to experiment with that later. We'll hold on to it for now, at the very least. We'll probably sell it later, but we'll find out. I might circle around this way, but I don't know if I have enough jumps to make that worthwhile. So if I go 1, 2, 3, 4, that would be like 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess we could afford that. We could jump back into the nebula on the other side. Let's try it. It might be a really dumb idea, but we're going to do it anyway. So, what do we see here? A few kilometers ahead, a Rebel AI turret floats right in the middle of this wide clearing in the nebula. A perfect arena for a fight to the death. Look at this thing! Shields and drone, that's all it is. That's all it is. Crazy. Anyway, it has a big missile drone on it, so we need to take this guy down quickly. Thankfully, he's really slow, so we should be able to prevent him from firing more than once. He also has... This guy can't dodge either, because he has no helm and no engines. Please miss me with this super missile. Oh, 2 damage free missile. Awesome. Thankfully, he is never going to fire again. And that's why these guys are silly. Like, he can't do anything now. He's got a breach hole in him. He can't do a darn thing. Alright, repair those engines, Envoy, and then go heal yourself up. And we're going to Pernock beam this guy just to see what happens. So, we're going to dual laser him in the shields. Bloop, bloop. And we're going to Pernock beam. Oh, look at that thing. It's teeny weeny. I guess that's how they make sure you don't attack more than one room with it. Go. Bow. That's funny. Cool. Huh. Well, I guess you learn something new every day. That's what a Pernock beam does. Fire and fire. Buzzed. He's dead. Good for killing drones, anyway. As the satellite explodes violently, we receive a stored message saying, hibernating. We collect some scrap, getting 2 fuel, 2 missiles, and 12 of the metal. Lovely. Well, that was an interesting weapon. I don't know how practical it is, but it's definitely interesting. Alright, the fast fire rate probably makes it pretty decent. I'm going to upgrade ourselves to have a second layer of shield, though, and that is something that is fantastic. I probably should have bought that earlier, because it's not too hard to do, but whatever. Now we're going to jump around this way and try and make it back into the nebula on the other side before we run out of space and get overrun by the rebels. Scans show a remote settlement being blockaded by a pirate ship. The ship hastily messages us, saying, stay out of this or you'll be next. Yes, well, I don't think that's going to happen. You have no shields, you silly people. Just a Zoltan shield. Let's attack that pirate. Alright, they say that we asked for it and pull away from the planet and move in to engage us. They have a laser cannon and a shield breaker. We should be completely fine from these guys, actually. I'm going to go for... There's only 1 crew member on there, too. Ridiculous. Alright, I want to try the Pernock beam against these shields and see how it does. So, fire the dual laser over there and the Pernock beam. Let's try and fire it right across this room edge and see if you can actually do that. I don't know. I want to test it, but I don't really want to test it against these guys because I can just bio-beam them to death, since they have literally no defenses against it. It's not the hardest thing in the world to do. It will take a little while, though, unfortunately. This guy has no med base, so he's basically safe from that respect. But, or rather, we're basically safe from him being able to heal. But, yeah. Don't need to worry about killing him, because he can't hurt us. Whoop. There we go. 1 more bio beam. Should kill him, no matter what he is. If he's a rock man, it might take a bit more than that, I think. But, if it does take more, we always have dual lasers we can fire if we need them. Interesting ship, though. Interesting ship. Yeah, there's a lot of loadouts that are brand new like this that they added in with this mod. Some of them are kind of silly, but it's interesting nonetheless. They're now trying to escape, which is well and good, but they're dead anyway. We get a fuel, a drone part, and 11 scrap, which is a pretty paltry reward for killing the crew. And we contact the settlement. They say that with the pirates gone, we've signaled the station, and they say that they appreciate what we've done, but there'll just be another ship looking to profit from their isolation soon enough. They apologize they can't give us more, and they give us 3 fuel, 2 missiles, and 10 scrap, which I have to say is pretty decent. The fuel is the main benefit there for us, but I'll take whatever I can get. Okay, well... Let's keep moving, I guess. There's a store over there. We can't afford to head in that direction, so we're going to jump over here and hopefully be able to jump straight back into the nebula after this. Then we can explore some nebula space for a while. Immediately after arriving in the system, we're hailed by a rebel-occupied station. We know who you are and what you carry. You'll have to get past us if you want to jump to this beacon. Except you won't. Nice threat right there. Except it's won't. Yeah, the spelling is not perfect in all these events, but the mod is pretty awesome. It's pretty cool, so I can forgive them that. Alright, they are going to board us, which is a bit of a problem, because we don't really have anti-boarder anything. I'm going to send... And you're not even at full health. Oh, what have I done? Alright, what we're going to do instead is we're going to try and suffocate them out while the doors are still broken. So, we're going to send Envoy over to the medbay and try and heal him up quick. Now we're going to try and send him back in there to delay them, so they try and break the doors instead of trying to break the door system. You get in there quick. Oh, nope, good. It worked out perfectly. So, that was good. They're going to fire a shot at us, which is not good. They have a dual laser going at their weapons, though, so that should give them a hard time. Blam! There we go. They knocked out the wrong one. That's fine, though. They did break into our weapons room, though, and we can't have that, so we're going to try and fight them in here. Thankfully, we can quickly switch between rooms, and it shouldn't be too dangerous. I'd love to use some more dangerous weaponry, but I'd also love to take these guys out without trying to kill them. So, we're going to dual laser them in the weapons, and we're going to try and kill this crew member. Now, we do need to keep an eye, close eye, on our... Fry him. Oh, good. On our friend here. They've teleported another crew on board. Why would you do that to us? No. Don't break our weapons either, please. Alright, this is not looking too good for us, actually. We're taking some damage here. Another shot goes in, hits us in the engines. Not good. Back in the weapons, please. Don't let them... Oh, they broke a layer. Alright, we need to kill these people. I don't want to get off the helm, so we can't dodge their incoming missiles, but we do need the firepower, and I need power in my oxygen as well. Get in here. Kill them. The missiles are going to be a problem, because we cannot dodge them anymore, but we need these people dead, otherwise we are going to die. So we're going to go for this strategy instead. Also, it sounds like we're on fire somewhere, but I can't hear where it is. That guy's run off, which is not too big of a deal. We'll try and fix our weapons quickly. I'm okay with taking a little bit of extra damage while we do this. If the weapons are online, we can keep fighting them at the same time, though. They do have a med bay, which is not great. Get back in the med bay. Ambassador, you're going to go... Oh, they're trying to break our shields now. That's not good either. Ambassador, you're going to run over there. Envoy, you're running into the helm to hopefully stop them. There's the fire. Okay. Oh, just in time to stop them breaking it. That's good. We are going to dual laser them in the weapons again. They're out of missiles, too, from the looks of things, so that's good for us. Biobeam those guys. With the med bay in there, it's unlikely that we're going to be able to just kill them all outright that easily, but now that they're out of missiles, it's really, really not that hard. So we're going to let our people heal up. We did take a lot of hits there, but you know what? If there's some good rewards from doing this, I will be okay with it. We do need to put that fire out, too, which is another concern. Once these people get healed up, we'll go deal with that. There we go. Slugs, Ambassador, Envoy, get in there and put that fire out, please. And break that med bay. That's our priority right now. Kill the people in the med bay. Zonk! Oh, we hit all three of them there, I think, with a perfect shot. Alright, dual laser again to break the med bay, because we want to keep injuring these people if at all possible. Blam blam. There we go, another shot does a bit more damage. Unfortunately, they can keep repairing it. I'm not sure if we can hurt them fast enough to stop them from repairing the system. That's an interesting question. An interesting dilemma. I don't think we actually can. So instead, we're going to break the shields. If we break the shields, they should both run over there to try and fix it, and if not, well, we can just fry them too. He took some damage. He's going to stay there and try and fix the shields. We're going to come down and try and fix the engines. We're missing a lot of experience right now because our crew aren't on stations. I know that, but that's okay. At this point, I'm not too worried about it. We've basically got these guys beat. We could just sit here all day if we felt like it. But we're not going to do that because that's silly. There we go. Now they're running to the med bay. Unfortunately, they fixed the shields already, which means I'm not going to be able to do anything about it. But I am going to fire at him. Oh, my timing was just a tiny bit off there. That's unfortunate. Okay, well, let's wait around for this to happen again. We can try and dual laser them in the... No, they fixed it already. Alright, it's not going to work. We need to break the shields and try and get them to go to the try and break the med bay while the shields are down. That way they won't be able to fix it quite fast enough. So a dual laser here would be perfect. I'm definitely messing this up really bad. Definitely at my finest hour. Alright. They offer us 2 fuel, a drone part, and 10 scrap if we surrender, but I'm not going to surrender. I'm going to knock them all out anyway. So, that's fine by me. They're going to start running into the med bay, but since it's damaged, we should be able to kill them safely. Fire up through here. I want to kill them out without killing the ship, but unfortunately it's going to make it really hard for me. He's running off somewhere else since he's too low on health to stay there, apparently. That's going to make it hard to kill them both. Very hard to kill them both. I might be able to biobeam them if they don't manage to fix the shields quickly enough, but I think they will. Yeah, there's the shields fixed. So what I need to do right now is have them both go to the med bay and try and fix it. No. Alright. Does he stop in a place where I can potentially hit them both? I think he did. So if I fire this here, I think I can hit both those spots. So, we're going to dual laser in the shield room. There we go. And now we're going to biobeam from here up to there. Yeah, we got him! As the station goes dark, we become sure that the crew is dead. Their equipment is ours for the taking. We gather a missile, a drone part, and 20 scrap. That was not a great reward, given how much damage we took there, but whatever. We'll take it anyway. We're going to spend some of that immediately on some more engines, so hopefully those rockets won't be such a problem anymore. And we're going to jump back into the nebula so we don't get completely overrun and miss the opportunity to go to the next sector because we're silly. What do we see here? Another station. Lovely. Our attempts to ID the station ahead are fruitless. When we close in a little, we realize that it's a fully armed pirate station that gets its weapons ready. Awesome. Alright, well, they've got missiles. Missiles and ion weapons. The problem here is definitely the missiles. What we are going to do is we're going to try and break that missile system as quickly as possible. I think the Pernock is probably the best thing I can combine with this. And then we can try and take that down from there. So we can dual laser them in the weapons to break the system, and then we can pernock them to make sure it stays dead. So, dual laser, go, and pernock, go. Fizzed. There we go. Put a hole in the floor too, which is perfect. From there, we're going to swap the pernock for the bio beam, and we're going to try and harass these guys some more. They're in the same place. They have no med bay. We should be able to fry them. So we're going to dual laser them in the weapons again to make sure they don't repair them. There we go. No repairs for you. Now another shot will come paired with a bio beam and should kill both of these people, I think. Unless we are not lucky. Fire the dual laser. And fire the bio beam right up that way, that we can hit all three of them. Zip! And we only got one of them. That's fine, though. We killed at least one of their crew already. And the guy in the shields, who had previously taken no damage, has now taken some damage, so that's good. Once we kill this guy, we should be able to bio beam them and kill both of them, perhaps? I don't like the fact that they just got their systems active again, so I am going to try and fire... I don't want to waste a shot, though. Especially now with the bio beam so close to completion. There we go. Fire that. And fire them. Are they both dead? No, only... Yes, they are both dead. Unfortunately, the missiles are still online. Here comes 2 rockets. Please dodge. Thankfully, 1 missed. Okay, that's not so bad. The Pegasus, I think is what that was. Pegasus didn't actually manage to do the full damage to us, which is nice. Alright, knock that Pegasus missile launcher offline, please. Thank you very much. Now we can try and bio-beam this guy to death. Unfortunately, the shields are protecting him still. I could have gone for those by now, but I want to keep those missile launchers offline as much as possible, because those things have the potential to be evil. And are you dead yet? No, not yet. You're a tenacious little guy. Tenacious little blip, to be sure. I'd love to have some sensors to see exactly what we're doing here, because I find that the joy of using a crew-killing weapon is always more fun when you can see the crew die. There are no more life signs remaining on the station, so we strip it of materials, getting 2 fuel, a drone part, and 21 scrap. Looking good, looking good. Alright, we can head back around this way, and then jump to there, and then to the exit, maybe even. I want to get as much of the sector as I can, because these early sectors are nice and useful. Another one! As we drift through the nebula, the outlines of an unlicensed station become visible within the clouds. Their weapons come online. This is crazy! How many of these guys are there? Also, these guys have a weird beam weapon. That's worrying. I don't know what that thing does. They've got a cloak as well, which is also kind of scary. Makes them a bit harder to hit. I don't know what this thing does. I don't know if it pierces shields. I don't know if it's a really long-range laser. I don't know what it does. All I know is that hopefully our shields can stand up to it. Level 2, we might be enough, but otherwise we might be in trouble here. I also have no idea how long the charge time on it is. Some of these weapons are highly unusual. It looks like our shields are enough to take it down, though, so we're not going to be too much trouble from these guys. So I can actually ignore that system completely, thankfully. We'll dual laser them in the shields here, and we're going to try and take out this set of 3 crew, maybe? Can I hit all 3 of them? If I fire right here, right up, I think that should hit all 3. There we go. Oh, he moved. He might have gotten away there. That's okay, though. We did some damage nonetheless, and they're probably going to get their shields repaired during this cloak, unfortunately, but that's fine. They can't hurt us anyway. We can spend as much time here as we want. I could also change to something like the pernock and try and kill people that way, but I think it's fine to just do it like this. We'll dual laser them in the shields again, just to make sure they have a bit of a hard time. There we go. Do some extra damage that way, and then we'll try to fry these 3 guys with our next bio-beam shot. That should be good, especially because we're hitting 2 people with 1 stone here. It's extra nice. There we go. And we are going to fire the bio-beam right up through there. Zip! There's 1 dead, 2 dead. Awesome, that's looking good. We're killing off the crew yet again. This is a very profitable way of doing things, although apparently very painful, because we've been taking a lot of rocket hits recently. Not a great situation for us. More people in the shield room, that's good. We can kill them off too. The thing we got left is the one with the weapons. Keep those shields offline, thank you very much. 1 more shot with the dual laser will give us the opportunity to kill all 3 of these guys, I think. This one might survive, but we'll find out. And dual lasers in the shields, bring him back. He didn't turn around, unfortunately, so only these 2 die. Zip. I'm not even sure if they died there, because the ship cloaked out right before I could tell. Well, we'll find out soon enough, anyway. It's not like they can hurt us in the meantime. So we might as well just hang out in here. Alright. Alright. I should probably have really put Envoy in the shields, because if he's in the engines first, he'll train up to be really good at engines, but once the... that right. I was going to say, oh, he's dead anyway. Once the engines are trained up, it's a lot harder to actually train the shields anyway, because you dodge so many more shots. But these guys are dead, so it doesn't matter. As the station goes dark, we become sure that the crew is dead. The equipment again is ours for the taking, getting another 2 fuel, 2 missiles, and 21 scrap. We are just loading up on gear here, and that's great. I can't quite afford to buy another power bar for the engines, though, so I'm not going to yet. I'll wait till my shields here recharge, and we'll jump ahead and see what we're up against. Can I afford to jump here? I think so. Let's jump here, and then we'll jump to the exit, and we'll see if we can get out scot-free. There's nothing at the exit beacon anyway, so it doesn't matter. After a few seconds after we arrive, we're fired on from within the clouds. A rebel turret has been left behind to guard this beacon. They've got rockets and ions and drones. Alright. Drones? I don't see the drone. Oh, it's some kind of repair drone, probably, or assault drone, maybe. Who knows? Who knows what they have in there? Anyway, we're going to turn on the breach bomb for now, because the breach bomb will let us find out exactly what's going on in there. I can potentially knock out their weapons forever this way. There goes an Artemis missile, most likely. We're going to fire this first shot of the weapons. Fire, fire. Thankfully, it missed us. This does look like it's some kind of drone for repairs, so I'm actually going to try and breach them in the drone control weapons. I'll go weapons first. Breach the weapons. Boop. Yeah, it's a repair drone, all right. And we're then going to laser them in the drone control, so hopefully that drone goes offline. Boop! Yes, he did. Perfect. That means that they can never repair each other again. So, breach off, Pernock on. Excellent. We have the perfect drone killing weapon right here, and they'll never be able to defend against it. Fire the dual lasers. Pew pew. Excellent. Another shot to the shields, and we'll start being able to use the Pernock against them, because as it stands, we could use the Pernock against to pierce through their shields, but there's no point. We can just wait a couple more seconds and then do the full damage. Like so. Just tiniest little beam. Let's test it out here, though, and see if we can actually hit 2 rooms, because that is something I definitely want to find out. So, we'll take a very, very fine shot. We'll go right to the edge, where it won't let us fire, and try and reach across it. Simulations show high chance of terminal failure for this station. Be advised, Rebel tech will never be left to the enemy. FTL overload activated. The AI is going to blow itself up. Ha! We did hit 2 rooms! Awesome! If you hit right on the edge, you can hit 2 rooms with it. That is fantabulous. Dual laser them in the weapons, thank you, and they're now dead. Bye-bye! I wondered if that would work. As the satellite structure collapses, it sends a final message. Critical error. We collect its remains, getting 2 fuel, a missile, and 13 scrap. That means we can, in fact, buy that extra power bar for the engines. There we go. And now we are looking pretty solid here. Let's jump to the exit and get out of civilian sector number 1. Okay. Whew. The long-range beacon is almost hidden within a nebula. When the FTL drive is charged, we can jump ahead. So we're going to do just that. Let's get out of here. We have options 2. Tassador 8 and the Peaceful Front. Except it's got 2 L's. I don't know what this means. The interesting thing about this is they've renamed a lot of the sectors, which means it's really hard to know what you're jumping into. Tassador, for all we know, could probably be some kind of alien space. I'm guessing it's Zoltan. I have no idea, though. And the Peaceful Front, I'm guessing, is either pirates or rebels. I don't know, though, really. I think we'll go to the red sector for now, though, because getting more money in the early sectors is generally pretty good, and the enemies in these places are generally easier to fight, or at least there's more of them to fight. So we're going to head over here and see what we get. What kind of sector is this? It's a rebel sector. We will have to be very cautious in this sector. The rebels have full control and are no doubt looking for us. Well, that's fine. I'm okay with this. We have no scrap left, though, so we can't afford to spend any money on anything. I really want to start upgrading my weapons soon, too, because we kind of need some extra weapon power. Distress beacon, some nebulae we might jump into. I'm not sure if we can actually make this jump across, though. I don't think we can. We'll find out, though. We might have to go across here or here. I'm not sure where the crossroads is. Interesting. Well, we'll jump into the distress beacon anyway, and we'll go from there. What do we have here? Once we arrive at the location of the distress call, a small cargo ship hails us, saying, "Shiny! Glad you're not another pirate. We got ambushed by some outlaws, and our shield power couplers got damaged beyond repair. We have energy, but we can't get the shields up again." They're completely defenseless. That is all. Okay, so we can offer to escort them to their home port, we can ignore them, or we can murder them. We're going to offer to escort them to their home port. I believe if you have Zoltans, you can actually just use the Zoltan to auto-power the shields back online, but we don't have any Zoltans, so we can't do that. You would do that? Some protection on the way would be awesome. Okay, we'll be right behind you. They transmit coordinates. I have a feeling they were lying, because they obviously have shields. Now they don't, but they did a second ago. Alright. We're going to go all the way over there, I guess, with them, so we'll try and get through the nebula first. First we'll jump over this way, then we'll try and jump to the nebula beacons and see if we can get out there. We'll find out, though, I guess. A small rebel station orbits a nearby moon. We try to lay low, but it spots us. They send level 6 surrender opting... What? They send threat level 6 surrender opting protocols and target our ship. Okay, if you say so. We're not going to surrender. I wonder what happens if you just lose if you hit surrender? I don't know. Powering up the weapons, though. The station begins laying down fire. Alright. That's an interesting layout ship there. Again, it's a station, so it has no motive abilities. We're just going to try and murder it outright. I might try and Pernock beam it once. That's probably a good idea. And then we'll go to the bio beam after that. So we'll use the dual laser to try and crack their shields and their weaponry, and then from there we'll be able to... Oh, come on now. Miss, 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 miss. Yeah! Awesome. So we are going to dual laser their weapons. Pew pew! And we're going to Pernock the weapons room. Boop! Just to make sure they can't fire anything at me for a little while. Sounds good to me. Turn off the Pernock, turn on the bio beam. There we go. So now we're ready to actually start murdering these fools. We're probably going to start attacking the shield room with our actual dual laser shots and save the bio beams for the guy in the weapons room because we want to kill him off pretty quick. Actually, I'm not sure who the best target is immediately, but we're going to dual laser the weapons first anyway, and we'll try and kill that guy off first. If there is anyone trained in there, I don't know if they're likely to be one, but we want to kill off the guy who's best at weapons anyway. Now these guys are both probably going to come over to weapons to try and fix it, and that's good, because now we can kill them both at the same time. So that works well for us. We're definitely going to fire a dual laser shot in there right now. There we go, to prevent them from fixing anything. Timing is everything. And another shot once it's fully recharged, and we should be able to bio beam them and do some pretty serious damage. As long as we can actually hit, that would be nice. Boop. There we go. Are you guys dead yet? No. You're both running for your lives, though, which is interesting. Not sure where you're going. You're spreading out into different rooms, apparently. Okay. Well, that's fine. We're going to fire a shot into the shields now, and then we're going to kill you both. Or at least soon. It might kill you anyway. Yes, it did. Excellent. So another dual laser, this time to the weapons, should make sure that this guy takes some damage. But I think what I'll do instead is I'm going to dual laser in the shields, and I will bio beam in the weapons. Because that guy should... No, he's not going to die. I want to make sure he dies. Oh, he did die. Ah, it's unfortunate. Thankfully, this unfortunate fool abandoned the weapons to go fix the shields, which means we can kill him at our leisure. Yet again. Lots of leisure time here in this game, apparently. Boop, boop. You have no chance, friend. Bio beam, and you are dead. You might survive this one, but you won't survive the next one, and you can't dodge any of them. No, you're dead. No life signs remaining. We got a missile, a drone part, and 31 scrap. Looking good. We're definitely low on hull still, but apart from that, we're doing great. 39 scrap. I probably want to put this into weapons, but for now, I'm just going to hold on to it. I think. Probably the best course of action for now, anyway. Let's jump over here into this nebula and see what we can find. We found a heavily damaged Federation ship hiding here. Before we have time to make contact with them, they fade away into the nebula. We're going to try and follow and help them if we can, but we're probably just going to get lost and let the rebels catch up a bit more. While searching fruitlessly through the nebula, we stumble upon the rebel ship with the Federation loyalists we're likely hiding from. We prepare for a fight. What do they got? What do they got? What do they got? Drones, some lasers. I'm not scared of this. These can't get through our shields anyway. I don't think they can hurt us. I like how those things load, though. It's a cool little loading animation. But yeah, they can't hurt us, so we're basically safe here. Safe to do as we please. So I'm just going to try and bio beam them to an early grave. Sounds good to me. Boop. And if we fire right through here, we should be able to hit all of them, I think. A bio beam placed right in the corner here should be able to reach all three rooms. Good. Zap. That's a nice bit of damage dealt. Now we can wait up until we can do it again, and we can just do it again. It doesn't hurt to miss, because they can't hurt us, so we can just take our time and murder the crew. Oh, level 2 shields. You are so powerful in the early sectors. You make so many things just so simply safe. Dual laser in the shields again. Boop, boop, and murder lasers. I don't think this is going to kill everyone, but it might kill a couple people. If we fire it from right in the right spot, we should be able to easily hit everybody. There we go. Zap. 2 of them are dead. Awesome. Somehow he managed to not kill that guy. He must be a rockman or something, because he definitely seems to have more health than anybody else. Wait for one more bio beam. We should be able to kill him with that. No problem. If either 2 bio beams and a couple laser hits nearby manage to kill someone with 100 health, 3 should kill someone with 150. And you're dead. There we go. There are no more life signs remaining on the ship, and while salvaging, we discover that they have some trade goods. We order an investigation and gather 2 missiles, a drone part, and 15 scrap. Apparently, the ship was mining asteroid ore. Its cargo holds are full of rocks. We transfer the cargo, getting raw asteroid ore. The interesting thing about that is it is actually a trade good. You can find somewhere later that will allow you to sell these to people. They're not worth a whole lot of the time, and these ones do take up your augmentation slots. All of these trade items do, but still, they're a pretty cool addition to the game. So now we're carrying some raw asteroid ore we can try and sell somewhere. We might find a store that wants it in particular, or we might just be able to sell it to them as a regular augment would be able to be sold. What do we have here? An auto interceptor. It appears that an automated rebel scout was positioned within the nebula to warn of our passing. Well, we can't have that now, can we? It also starts to power up its FTL drive, and if it gets away, it will no doubt warn the fleet of our position. We can't have that now, can we? Either. Breach bomb time, because breach bombs are great for cracking these guys. So, since it does permanent damage, they can't hurt us. They don't have enough damage to actually do any damage. That was not English. They do not have enough shield cracking ability to do any damage to our actual hull. There we go, and now they cannot run. So we can turn off the breach, turn on the Pernock, and we can kill them nice and easy with that. They have very little hull, which means a single well-placed Pernock beam right across the division of ships. Rooms should kill them outright. Boop. Oh, I missed. That's okay, though. It's not like they're really posing much of a threat. And let's kill the unfortunate soul. Well, the unfortunate robot. Soulless creature! What do we see here? Ship breaks apart, and we feel relief in the knowledge that we get a fuel, a drone part, and 15 scrap from them. And the fleet doesn't catch up to us either, so that's bound to be good. I'd love to upgrade my engines to level 5, but for now, I'd say we're safe like this still. Alright, I can jump out, but I can't jump across over here very easily. If I want to get over there, I think the safest way to do it... I wonder if I can make that jump. I think I probably can. The safest way to do it is probably to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll try it. And if we get there early, we can always jump around nearby, because there's some extra beacons over there anyway. Our ship is hailed. This is an automated message. Resisting our takeover is pointless. Prepare to die. It appears this rebel ship is run by an AI. And they've got they've got rockets and a cloak, you jerks. I don't want to get rocketed again. I've had enough rocket damage to last me a lifetime. Alright, well, we're going to try and take them out as quickly as possible. They have no shields, so I actually should be using the Pernock for this. There's no reason to use the breach bombs, because there's no shields to penetrate, and the Pernock has a chance to do a breaching anyway. And they hit us, dang nabbit. We're down to less than a third of our full health. Hit them in the weapons, please. Pew pew! And they resisted the damage. That's extra nasty. So we're going to make sure this beam does hit its mark. There we go, right across there. Oh, didn't work. Man, I'm having bad luck with that. Apparently it can hit multiple rooms, but not reliably. We're down to 8 hull. Not a good place to be. Hit them with the dual laser, kill them off, thank you very much. Oh, come on now, come on now. No! More damage. Well, he's dead anyway, but ugh. Ugh. This AI wasn't smart enough to outwit our more natural instincts. Its destruction is a sign of that discovery. We collect what seems useful from its remains before leaving, getting 2 fuel, a drone part, and 19 scrap. Yeah. Alright, we're still very low on crew, but we're doing pretty well apart from that. I'm going to power up our engines to level 5, hopefully protecting us a little bit better from rockets, and then we'll move on. We do really need to get some repairs going here, though, because we're pretty low on hull at the moment. Let's jump over this way, and then we can see what we can get in this nebula, and then we can go from there. Very sparkly. Ooh! We inform a nearby station of our flight from the rebels. They offer to outfit our ship with a weapon and wish us well, giving us 12 scrap and a light scatter laser Mark 1. I don't know what that does. What is this? Basic anti-personnel scatter laser. Can penetrate weak shields. So it has 1 shield piercing, does personnel damage, and nothing else. So it's basically a bio beam, except in laser form. Interesting. Except not as good. Yeah. Okay, so we'll be selling this one. Cool little find, though. It's probably not super valuable, because it's light and Mark 1. But, you know, it's free stuff, so it's hard to complain. Let's jump into the nebula, take 2 jumps in here, then get out and try and get across there. We'll see if it's even possible. Who knows? And we've just managed to survive here with 7 hull. Hopefully someone wants to heal us. And more rockets. Lovely. A few seconds after we arrive, we're fired on from within the clouds. Rebel turret has been left to guard this beacon. This one does have oh, goodness. This could actually be bad. Look at that thing. It's probably a fire drone. Looks very fiery. Hopefully it doesn't have shield piercing. That'd be nasty. Do you? I don't know if it does. I can't tell. We're gonna breach it in the weapons either way, because I do not want to get hit by any more rockets. Come on now! Enough with the rocket damage. Alright, hit him again. He still has that rocket launcher online. Really? Really? Breach him again. Stop hitting me with rockets, dang you. Alright, now we took a hit in the shield, which is actually really bad, because it means we could potentially get hit light on fire here. Doesn't look like the fire beam can penetrate the shields, though, thank goodness. Alright, breach missiles offline, Pernock beam online. Yeesh, that guy is... These missiles are evil. We're gonna die from them if we're not careful. We just can't tank that much damage. Alright, Pernock beam, you're gonna go right across there. Does it work? 2 damage, that's fine. And dual laser, go. Alright, envoy back over to the engines. Yeah, this guy is evil. Alright, we're going to fry his drone next with a Pernock fire. There we go. Simulation so high chance of terminal failure for this station. Be advised, Rebel tech will never be left to the enemy. FTL overload activated. The AI is going to blow itself up, not if I can help it. We're going to fire a couple more shots at him. He should die in the next 10 seconds or so, because the Pernock beam will be ready to fire and then. And that would be lovely. I'd love to get some more crew, though. For some reason, we've gotten really unlucky with crew so far. He's dead, though, so that's good. The automated structure explodes, leaving behind a substantial collection of useful scrap material. 2 missiles, a drone part, and 15 scrap. Lovely. Alright. I'd love to be able to spend some of this on upgrades for our hull, because we're really low. But hopefully this quest beacon here will give us some free hull repair. That's what I'm counting on. What do we see here? More missiles! This part of the nebula seems to be not as uncharted as expected. A Rebelle AI turret is guarding the beacon. They knew the ships would have to stay in its weapon range to charge their FTL, so a fight will be unavoidable. Alright, breach missiles again it is. So many rockets recently, when the last thing I need is rockets. Alright. Please miss me with your missiles, otherwise I am going to die. And I do not want to die today, thank you very much. Breach, you hit me again! Well, you hit me with every single missile. I have a 39% dodge rate, and you still hit me with every single missile. Alright, fix the oxygen, we're gonna murder you the old-fashioned way. Dual lasers to the shields for the first blow. There we go. Next up, we'll start using some Pernocks on you once we can get through those shields for real. Seriously, though. Come on, what is with these odds? Every single missile hits us. And... Pernock, go. Bam! That thing is broken and pierced, so it can't do a darn thing anymore. Envoy, back in the engines. You're not doing very good work with the dodging there, Envoy, though. Seriously. I might have to replace you with something else, like a calculator. Die. Alright, the AI hails us again, saying it has failed its masters and the programming tells it to kill itself. Unfortunately for us, or rather, it's unfortunately for it, fortunately for us, it is not going to have the opportunity to do that because of the fact that it's going to die before it can get any of its systems repaired. Bye-bye, robot. Bzzzt. I like how tiny the explosion is, and how tiny the laser is from that thing. As the defense satellite explodes, it broadcasts a message saying, shutting down. We get 2 fuel, a drone part, and 22 scrap out of it. Awesome. Now, we can jump straight to the quest beacon, which we will do in the hopes of getting some free repairs. Please do not attack us. Please, please. Oh, goodness. Shortly after we arrive, the ship we are escorting jumps nearby. They thank us for our help and offer us a reward of a missile, a drone part, and 28 scrap. It's a nice reward, and there's a store. Goodbye. Goodbye? Thank goodness. I'm crazy. Jump to the store, and we are going to get ourselves some heals. I might not be able to get to the exit beacon fast enough, unfortunately. We discover a resupply station here used by rebels and civilians alike. We transmit our fake ship identification, and for once, they don't seem to recognize our ship. We try to assume the air of a local as we prepare to dock. Oh, wow! Wow! That's super good. The rebels can't mine resources fast enough to construct their monstrous fleet. They started to buy ore from all over the galaxy at insane prices. Raw asteroid ore for 70 scrap. Yes, please! Yes, please. Done. Negotiations are interrupted when a rebel inspector enters the shop. We are lucky that the trader lets us hide in an equipment closet. Later, we take our advance. Better deliver the cargo to the shop and get out of there quick. Reminder, not selling off the goods at the shop breaks the trade system and means you are cheating. Because they can't remove the augments directly. You get the rewards for offering to sell it to them, but you do have to effectively sell it to them to get the rest of your rewards. So give us 59 first, and 10 more when we sell them the raw asteroid ore, because they don't want it to be worth much unless you actually get it and offer for it. So we'll sell it to them, as we agreed, because that would be mean not to at this point. A scrap recovery arm is on offer here. Look at these arms! This is great! Scrap recovery arm is a definite yes, and so is some hull, thank you. Not being dead is a definite yes. We'll sell them the light scatter laser, excellent, and the slug repair gel, because I don't really need that. There we go, 149 scrap, awesome. And I think I'll hold on to my other weapons for now, because they're all pretty decent, and I can use them all for different reasons. Do we want to get a teleporter or a cloak? I can't quite get a cloak anymore. Dang nabbit. I could sell something else and buy a cloak with the proceeds, but I kind of need these weapons to be able to actually fight people soon. I could buy a teleporter, but I don't have the crew for it. I might do it anyway. That's a good question. What do we want to buy? What could be good? The teleporter gets us a ton of blue options, though, so I'm going to buy it just on that basis. And I'll buy up to half hull, because I'll buy up to 2/3 hull. That's probably safe. I can't afford to buy anything else in here, really, so I'm not going to worry about it. I can't really sell them anything else, so I'm not going to worry about that either. We're probably not going to use this teleporter for anything, because we don't have any crew, but it will let us get some more blue options, which is bound to be helpful. Now, I want to buy more power for the weapon control, and I'm going to do that. That way we can run 2 of our 2 power items at the same time, or the breach, dual laser, and pernock at the same time if we need to, which should be helpful. But for now, I think that's pretty solid. Okay, can we get out of here? Yes? Oh, look at the time delay on that one. Unfortunately, that store was a little bit of a trick there, because it made us have to wait a long time. That's unfortunate. There's another store over here. I think we'll try and go here and then go straight to the exit. We're going to have to fight people at the exit beacon here, or at least run away from them. But it would be nice to be able to get a little bit more before we get there. A Federation encrypted signal is being broadcast from a nearby planet. Let's send an away party to investigate and hope no one dies. We find a secret Federation outpost. They are regrettably out of supplies, but eager to tell the coordinates of another secret base. They give us the coordinates in the next sector. Alright. If we can survive this encounter... Oh, you can't even jump straight there. Wow, that's mean. Alright, we'll jump to the store then, and we can jump to the exit from there. That shouldn't be a problem, since nothing's bad going to happen to us here. A trade ship sells goods in the orbit of this planet. Security is lacking, and they don't even double-check ship identification here. We can buy Federation contraband here for 16 scrap. Oh yeah, that's right. Doing anything here takes a long time. That's right. Well, it doesn't matter how long it takes, so we're just gonna buy this thing, because we can't use anything else here. We might want this potential contraband later. We'll buy that. We write a scrap transfer order. Processing it takes a while, and loading the cargo takes even longer. We check the ship equipment catalog while waiting. Right, that's how it works. Right. We could have tried to buy crew here. We don't have the money for it anyway. We now have Federation contraband, which only cost 1 more than we bought it for, which is pretty awesome. I don't know what we're going to be able to see this, but we'll find out, I guess. And the scrap recovery arm should help us anyway. So now all we have to do is make it out of the sector, and we should be quite happy. So let's jump to the exit and see if we can make it out alive. Might be a challenge, but we'll see. We found the exit beacon, but the rebels got here first. We have to survive long enough to jump to the next sector. This is the rebel cruiser, the RS love-hate relationship. You really thought you could escape us? For the rebellion. The ship moves into attack. Alright. It looks kind of dangerous. I don't know what this beam does, but they don't actually have a whole lot of direct firepower here, so I'm not too scared of them yet, actually. We might be able to get out of here more or less unscathed. I also don't know what the charge time on this is, so I don't know how well it times up with these other weapons. Not that bad. It's not at all dangerous. This ship is actually a pushover. I'm not going to try and fight them, though, because I'm not stupid, but, yeah. We're just going to get out of here, because it doesn't give us anything to really kill them, except for, like, a single fuel. It's just going to head for the hills, but that's pretty funny. They can't actually do anything to us. Silly cruiser. Alright, let's jump out of here. We're going to jump to the next sector. Thank you very much. The Dark... Hang on. The Dark Warks and the Zoltan Utopia Mers. Sometimes I wonder... Is that what it was supposed to say, or was it supposed to say the Dark Worlds? I don't know if this is the home worlds either. That's one of the other problems with these renamings. It's really hard to tell what actually any of these things mean. Let's just go to Dark Worlds. Why not? Dark Worlds it is. This is a somewhat isolated region was thrown into chaos at the start of the rebellion. Even in peacetime, it was always beset by pirates, but now it houses a center of operations for countless pirate fleets. Apparently this is a pirate sector. Okay, interesting. Anyhow, we're going to wind up ending this episode here. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. This has been Vanguard of Valor, doing a quick revisit of some FTL for you by playing the Captain's Edition mod, a very cool mod that changes all kinds of things. If you liked today's episode, don't forget to leave a like on the episode. Thank you very much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye-bye.